It's been wet just about everywhere we've been this weekend, but not Ashburton. It's a lovely day in mid-Canterbury. South Canterbury come to town and bring the Hannon Shield with them. There it is on the left, the Hannon Shield. They've been playing for it since 1946. The old fellas settled and ready. Windy, fine, good track. South Canterbury off the back of the scrum, Hamulpo. Brad Hamulpo, he's big, he's strong, and he's got the first try of his South Canterbury career.
Wonderful foundation to attack from the number 8, wasn't it? Just slightly as we look on the wet and forget replay. It was square, maybe got the right hand side up, which was great. Took out some of those mid-Canterbury loose forward defenders. And here we go. This is not a replay.
Backs in action.
Good hit. It's a fantastic hit.
Leotinana got smashed. Here's Hamulpo again on the inside pass. Does the old Sonny Bill offload to Fetu. Fetu goes close, but not quite close enough. So they set again. Duff decides he might have a crack.
They got some real width here if they want, South Canterbury, but fancy the forwards want to have a little sniff themselves, a little dig.
You may be able to see that, but these men with their heads stuck in the maul can't.
Free dig here for South Canterbury, plenty of advantage. So the ref will allow 2 or 3.
Or he'll award a try.
Over.
Or he'll award a try. Who's that who's standing up with the ball? Gets the pats on the head. Is it Kieran Cole?
It's not Strachan. 7.
Could be.
You see Cole there in the headgear. 6, but I think it's his loose forward.
Yep, you're right.
Fellow teammate. Right under the sticks, but you can see in the background the size of the breeze. The flags are blowing a fair gale.
Well, was it this ground, 2 or 3 years ago, where the kickoff blew back? Blew back and I think it went dead, didn't it? Is that? I can't remember now. It was quite fantastic. The wind whistling across the Canterbury Plains.
Well, then you throw the question about the strength of the breeze, how many points in the breeze. They got 14 up. Is that going to be enough? Well, immediately they got field position into the breeze too. So great start, South Canterbury second half.
They're playing pretty well just at the moment, South Canterbury. They lost to Buller first up, but then had a good win over King Country last week. So they're coming off a win, whereas Mid-Canterbury the other way round. They beat Poverty Bay, then lost to North Otago. South Canterbury into the corner. Good stuff. Leotinana goes in. Very good try.
Well, as you look on the wet and forget replay, the patience of this build-up from South Canterbury was fantastic. We talked about the field position, the pick and drive. They have that ability, don't they, South Canterbury, with some of their forwards' body height of just keeping it close. When the opportunity was right, move the ball to the left. And a really crucial try into this breeze that we will talk about in the second half, which just may be the difference.
Willie Wright, the halfback's been firing out some terrific passes, one of which resulted in a try, just the previous try, and this may result in a try as well, as there's extraordinary strength shown by Tora. He just kept going and going and going.
Players with the ability to make something out of nothing, and this is what we're seeing here in the wet and forget replay. Good defensive line from Mid-Canterbury. Maybe didn't push up as hard as the coaching staff would like, but then when the 12 Tora, well, long leg stride early on, wasn't it? That's how he broke those tackles, and then just kept running straight, didn't deviate at all. 2 tries into this wind. Big points from South Canterbury.
Mid-Canterbury be sick of this. They will want to do something here, and Duff will. Duff goes in for the try, and it's been a long time coming for Mid-Canterbury, but it's about time that they made something out of nothing, and they've done it.
Great support line from the lock forward. You see the strength from the midfield to this angle here. Look at this line cutting back, attacking the weak shoulder of the South Canterbury defence. And Duff, the veteran, wonderful line, knew where he had to be, received the final pass. Over for Mid-Canterbury's first try this afternoon.
Right, ducks off down the blind side. Hamulpo, there's nothing in front of him. Wow. He's big, he's strong, and he's quick as well.
What an athlete. What a wonderful athlete. Great line down there. He had to tiptoe on this left-hand flank as we look on the wet and forget replay. Mid-Canterbury just not defending at all his short side. Well, it was only 2 to 3 metres. Had the one winger. But look at that beautiful line there, a bit of a head fade. really powerful off his left foot. Step over, second try.
Mid-Canterbury into the back line. Straightening up and making something of that is King with the offload pass, and Sal goes in for another try into the corner. Malele Sal. And he's not done yet. Eventually gets to the goalposts. Good try. Well set up by the backs.
Great width, and we take a look on the wet and forget replay. Jared Percival, 15, ran a beautiful line just before that, and he also would have scored. He got the ball. He didn't. It went out to the left, well, the right winger playing on the left-hand side. Lily Sal. And just get that ball down, son.
Yes.
Just get that ball down, son. We don't need trickery. But it's their second try, but I think you can say well beaten on the day, Mace.
Yes, indeed. South Canterbury retain the Hannon Shield with this win over their neighbours.
It was a must-win game, any angle you look at it, and we're a proud union with the Hannon Shield, and it means a lot to all three unions, so we're absolutely stoked to be able to keep it in our club.
Results in week 3 of the Heartland Championship. West Coast win the Battle of the Coast. From a company pushed all the way by Thames Valley Buller. Last minute drop goal, wasn't it, to beat North Otago. King Country looked good. South Canterbury retain the Hannon Shield. And Wanganui, wow, they were pushed 25-14 by Poverty Bay.
And the results of all of that on the points table. Wanganui and Horowhenua Kapiti lead the way by just a bonus point from Buller and South Canterbury. West Coast and North Otago very much challenging for a spot at this stage of the season in the Meads Cup. Mid-Canterbury languishing right down there towards the bottom. East Coast and Poverty Bay yet to get off the mark. But as we'll see in a moment, they play one another next week. That'll be a big battle. It's good to see you guys in the Heartland Championship. King Country will travel to Oamaru next week. That's a big game. We've told you already about the Poverty Bay East Coast. South Canterbury Wanganui, look out. West Coast Horowhenua Kapiti. Can Horowhenua keep their run going in Greymouth? They've started. Will they arrive? That's what that is all about. It's been a very interesting first 3 weeks of the Mitre 10 Heartland Championship. Remember, there's only 8 rounds of round robin before they split into the top 4 for the Meads Cup. The second 4 go to the Lahore Cup, and already it's starting to get a little bit difficult to figure out which way they're going to go. We'll tell you everything there is to know here on Mainfreight Rugby.